Hey everybody, so we had another exciting season of Splinterlands come to an end, and there's some things we're going to talk about today besides me just collecting my rewards. Now, this season, the rewards will be a little bit more boring because we won't get a lot of cards because there's been so much going on in the game. They've been focusing on development of the servers to make this game safe for us, protecting all of our assets, and being able to handle all the new players that are joining the game. This has pushed back some of the things like land coming out, like the new set of cards coming out, and the thing that's affecting us the most in our rewards is new rewards cards coming out. Because of that, you're going to be seeing us get more dark energy crystals. More dark energy crystals means there may be more sales in the marketplace because they're worth so much. And finally, maybe a push down in price. We've been holding at 7 times the peg for quite a while now. I don't know if that's going to continue for the entire airdrop, but we're only a little over 1 month into it. So we'll talk about some of those kind of things. And then we're going to talk about the SPS token a little bit. Now, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm doing this more just from my own mind and my own education and trying to show you where this project could go, but make sure you make your own decisions and don't do anything because of what I'm saying. Okay, so first we're just going to get in here and have some fun and collect some rewards. Now, as you know, I plan on possibly liquidating the Hydrazius account. It's got a level 6-ish, a beta, alpha, and untamed cards mixed in together to create the ability for it to farm into Diamond 2. It gets me 50 rewards just at the end of the season and a splattering of other rewards throughout the season. I do run a bot, and I've given people invites to the Discord of that bot, but they are so busy that they're not really accepting a lot of new players right now. They're working on growing their own infrastructure to be able to host the bot to enough people. Now, to be completely honest, the bots that I use don't play as good as I play. So that's something to know if you're going to get into the bots, unless you get hooked up with one of the better ones or code it yourself. It's not just going to win for you. It's a lot based on your collection and other things as well. But you are allowed to run them. So we'll go ahead and just claim these. I want to go through the claiming of rewards quick so we can get into talking about the SPS token and the marketplace and things like that. The claiming the rewards will kind of show you what I mean, as you're going to see a lot more potions and dark energy crystals tick off here. There's one card. There's only a few cards in print. That was a good one to get because Axemaster is a very valuable card, so I'm glad I picked one of him up. And then there's like that 109. That's what I kind of wanted to show you. So when you're claiming your rewards this season, you might notice this like a 55 or a 109. Those are crystals that probably would have been a card, but because they don't have cards to issue right now, they're giving you the amount of dark energy crystals that card would typically be worth. Because of the extra value of dark energy crystals, though, it's kind of a cool thing, because what would you rather get, a nightmare or 50 dark energy crystals? I don't know. You tell me. I kind of want the nightmare because cards are going to be really rare. But as you can see, in 50 chests, I only got 4 cards, and that's not normal. Potions are a good thing to stockpile if you're someone who's planning on investing in the Chaos Legion quest. So don't get so mad. Don't get so mad you get these. It's not a terrible thing at all. And we'll go ahead and move on to the next account. So you're really looking for those dark energy crystals that are looking to be a little bit higher, and those ones will get you the what do you call it? Those ones would have been cards, but you didn't. So this account actually has enough power to just barely edge into Champion 1. Can't get it there lately. I can get it to Diamond 3, and that's about as far as I can go. That did give me 60 rewards chest. I can't get that 20 extra chest. The fighting in the upper diamond is just way too competitive for this deck, because while all the rares are level 6, it does not have leveled up legendary cards. So just to give you an idea, to get into the Champion League, you need to have on par legendary maxed out cards currently. Otherwise, you're just going to get beat up by those cards. Now, you can rent them, which is much cheaper than buying them, but you can't really force your way up there without those cards. That's something I could be looking into. So I have to play the economics here and see if the dark energy crystals that they earn are enough to pay for renting some of the legendary cards to get higher for these drops, but you don't really know for sure. That's a nice card here. He's a good epic summoner. There's a 285 dark energy crystal, so that probably would have been like another epic card or a rare card. There's a 233 or 232, and now we're seeing there's like a 137. That probably would have been a card. So these 7, 8s, 40s, and 30s, these might be normal. These might have been common cards that these would have been, but for sure this 232, that would have been a card. And if you go up here, there was a 285. So this time, I got a couple Minotaurs. I didn't see those before. I pulled one of another epic, so one epic per set. That's not bad. I'd like to pull one legendary each season, but it does not happen, even running 3 accounts. So do understand that if you're running one account that's only making it into silver or the beginning of gold, and you're not getting to open as many chests, you're not going to be guaranteed a legendary. So we'll go ahead and we'll go claim. This is my main account. My main account, I made it to Champion 2 again. It could make it to Champion 1, obviously, but it's just been too competitive in Champion 2. The main thing I'm missing is the level 5 beta legendary summoners. I don't really feel like renting them because I still do pretty good in the game without them, but I do get stuck ranked in like the 70 to 80th place of the top 100 players, and I just can't get my way up because I start running into Valimor over and over and over. So the 2000, that's a nice bonus. That's from a pack, so that in the future will be a pack of Chaos Legion cards instead of 2000 Dark Energy Crystals. Obviously, with the peg kind of crazy, that's a boon for us right now. Oh, there's a legendary for the season. I actually need a few more Almuños, so that was awesome. I think I need 3 more, and I'll have him maxed out. Eventually, I'll buy the last 2 if I need to, but as long as I'm playing with my 3 account and he's still mintable, I'm going to hold off to see if I can mint a legendary maxed one for free. In the past, when the game didn't have as many players, I feel like I got that all the time, but not always right now. So that's a great season. 2 really nice epic cards. No gold cards today, though. That was kind of rare. You usually see at least 1 gold card. Maybe that's why some of the Dark Energy Crystals were boosted. I did get an Almo. Almo's actually a really good card, and he's going to be a lot better when it's in Chaos Legion, because I think some people kind of overlook him because they can use their maxed out Lord A's and stuff, and that he costs a little bit more mana. But I've seen him come out and tank against me, and I'm just like, I cannot hit that guy. And then he starts off with so much health that heals are just so big on him. So that's a pretty good season. I'm very happy. Obviously, I think all us OG players are just walking around extremely happy, just loving life right now. Thanks to Aggie and Matt and the team. It's been a lot of fun to watch what's going on in the marketplace and just be part of all of this. So now we're going to talk about SPS tokens. I'm going to close out on my main account. I'm going to go to this account, and then we're going to click over here. I don't want to really out myself for how many tokens I currently have, but I'm not selling any of these, and I'll tell you why I'm not selling any of these. Currently, with a token price of about 37 cents, I feel like the token is undervalued. And the reason I feel like it's undervalued is because this is the governance token of a project with a very, very, very big market cap when you come to the market cap of the assets within the game. You have land packs selling on wax at over $40,000 for 100 land. You have individual lands selling as high as $600. Now they're listed in the high 4s to high 5s because some people are finally deciding to liquidate some land when they're seeing those kind of returns, considering they bought them from anywhere from $15 to $20 per plot if you bought them when they first came out. So these prices have really astronomically gone up. The player base is just growing. A new set of cards is coming. Land is coming. The ability for us to mint our own cards is coming. There is just so much more coming to this game. And the SPS token is going to be the ability for people to help manage the game. You think Kron's too powerful? Well, governance can change that. You think Jotun's too powerful? Well, government could change that. This is also why some of the bigger accounts that have all of the cards want to have a very big stake to protect it. Also, the airdrop only lasts 1 year. Well, governance could find a new way to reward players with big connections, maybe with a monthly drip from the profits of pack sales or things like that. There's going to be some give and take with this DAO. Obviously, Splinterlands, the company, is still running, and the DAO is kind of supposed to be meant to run the game and to make changes and do proposals, but they have said that it has to be something that the team can implement. Like, we can't just do a governance program, add 100 million new players, right? Pass it. The team can't do that. It's not going to happen. But because the token is being airdropped actively, and we are on day 36, the market cap of the project is being pushed down, and the coins are getting pushed down, and it's going to happen because some people are going to be liquidating, or they're going to be liquidating half of it. And also, so there's some actually pretty good pools over on a Pancake Swap. You can stake cake to get SPS, and then you can combine that SPS with BNB to go ahead and get more cake. So there's a nice little circular staking and thing going on over there that I'm taking advantage of to get even more SPS. And I'll get into why I think there. But one more time, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know where this token is going, but I'm doing my best to kind of guess where this token could be going. And the two projects that I'm looking at to understand this, because they're both I think very similar to what Splinterlands is, or one of them is trying to be what Splinterlands is. And the first one I'm going to be taking a look at, well, first let's look at the token distribution so you understand how the token is coming out. Now, this is a project where we're going to have a token that is 3 billion tokens, and it is given out over 65 months. The airdrop only happens for the first year, so this is why it phases out. It goes 1 million tokens over just about, or 1 billion tokens. No, 400 million issued over the first 12 months. This graph is kind of interesting. I don't know how that is 400 million, but I think it's just kind of showing what percentage will be from the airdrop. Then you have the DAO has 300 million of them. The private sale was 200 million tokens. Those have been unlocked over the first 10 months of the year. You have the team, which has 270 million tokens. They are unlocked over the whole 65 months. And I always have a link to the SPS airdrop or the SPS white paper, so you can come check this stuff out and read through it more in detail. And then eventually when we play, and we're going to win dark energy crystals and SPS for wins, and we are also going to see the staking rewards have already started. So these 900 million for staking rewards have already started. The play to earn portion of it is being held back a little bit. So when it first starts, I imagine it's going to be really big rewards to catch us up to the 65-month schedule, because 30% of the token is supposed to be given out to the people who are playing. That's really good if you're new to the game that this is getting pushed back. It's giving you some time to learn how to play, put together your collection, decide if you're going to invest in cards or if you're going to rent cards, put together your team, find out if you're going to run bots, do what you want to do, and get ready for when you're really going to be able to start being able to get those paid. And then one of the other things that we should touch base on here is if we go to the events, we're starting to see tournaments with SPS buy-ins, and they are very big tournaments. This is 250 SPS, 30 cents. You can do the math on that really quick, but it's a few dollars to get into this tournament, but it has a prize pool of now $10,000 per tournament. You're seeing that over the whole course of Splinterlands, they've awarded a little over $320,000 in prizes, and just in the upcoming months, they have $161,000 coming out in tournaments. They have, because of the success of the governance program, because of all the new players and the ability of the team to go ahead and do these SPS tournaments, you're going to be seeing that they're going to have these new tournaments, and this is part of the play to earn stuff. You have to have SPS staked to get into the tournament. So see, this account cannot actually join because I don't stake my SPS on my alt accounts, only on my main account, really because I'm trying to get ready to be able to do a big part of the pre-sale. So I don't want to split my stack per se, but you also need to have enough power to get into the Diamond League. So as you can see, I'm just a little bit short on power and I don't have a staked SPS. But then if you're able to place in the top 32, you'd get your feedback. And if not, you get a nice stack of governance tokens. Because of the governance tokens value, you have a $10,000 tournament here, you have a $2,000 here, a $6,000 here. These smaller ones that you see $9, these are usually created by players. So this is created by the HD and HD tournaments. And so they're dipping their toe, getting in here, letting people sign up, letting people play. As you can see, if you're new to the game, these are great ones. These are all bronze non-legendary tournaments, and you should come check them out if you're willing to spend the 39 DEC. I know that seems like kind of a lot, only because the peg is so weird. Normally that's like 4 cents to come and play in this tournament, get some practice playing in them. Clove always does a fun little tournament that for newer players. So this is a bronze one that's going on today at 3 p.m. Oh no, this one's on the 1st. You see these ones are all on the 1st, so you have some time. And I just wanted to kind of show you here that Splinterlands has started these really high paying ones. So these ones by Splinterlands, 600, 13,000, 2,700. It's just something I wanted to show everyone, if you weren't aware, that the tournaments were really kicking it into a very high gear. Went over token distribution. Okay, now let's talk about where SPS is going. First, we're going to look at Illuvium. So Illuvium, don't look at token price, look at market cap. Okay, it has a market cap of $300 million with a total token max supply of 10 million, but a circulating supply of only 600,000. This is why this token price is so high. You can look over the last 90 days. They did have a very nice run up as they have more information has come out about their game, and because their token is being issued kind of slowly, this has made this price really, really high. But a fully diluted market cap once this token is all the way out, we're not really sure because Illuvium isn't out yet. You can't play this game yet. So they're at a different place than Splinterlands. They have some really cool video out. They have a lot of hype on YouTube. They have a lot of the bigger YouTubers than me that I follow talking about Illuvium, talking about ILV. But I can't recommend this token at all because I have no idea how good the game is. And if the game isn't any good, then why do you need their governance token, right? So you have to make sure the game mechanics of that game work well and it's fun, because while it has some interesting graphics, it's not trying to be much different than Splinterlands or Axie Infinity when it comes to the gameplay. You'll select your team. From what I understand, they'll battle another team, but they'll battle them in a cooler, prettier animation as opposed to a different type of game. So they're trying to kind of take Axie from cute or Splinterlands from card art and turn it into a battle that happens in a three-dimensional video game characters fighting each other, a la Final Fantasy or something like, with a side against a side. I don't know how popular that's going to be, and we'll have to see if it's enough to really push them out of what is still a relatively small-ish market cap for a relatively popular game at 300 million. The reason why I would say this one is small is a bit small is because if you look at Axie's sitting here with a market cap of over $4 billion, and this is the one that I'm comparing Splinterlands to a little bit more. The AXX token has been around a lot longer than the Splinterlands token. We can actually look at them on 180 days, and you can see it was hanging out really, really low for a long time, and then it took off up here to the $80 mark. And I think the Splinterlands token is going to follow something similar to this. Now, if you look at the token, though, you have to remember max supply matters a lot with the kind of dollar amount you're going to see. We're not going to see a $72 SPS token probably anytime soon, because there are going to be 3 billion SPS tokens, and at $72 a piece, that would be one of the biggest crypto projects ever. I think it would be the biggest crypto project ever. So that's something to note. Now, at a $4 billion market cap, the SPS token at fully distributed in 3 years would need to be about $1.25. Now, that would give us a $4 billion market cap on the dot if it was $1.25 for 3 billion tokens, I think. No, I might have that a little off. But $1.25 I think would get us there. Let me just get up a calculator. Oh, calculator soup. What is that? So we have 3 billion tokens. That's 300 million. That's 3 billion times $1.25 gets us to 375. So no, we need about $1.40, right? Sorry, I should have done this math before. If you're hanging out at this part, you're just kind of laughing at me. Yeah, about $1.37. See, $1.40 gets you to 4.2. That puts you at the same spot as Axie Infinity's 4.2-ish market cap, $1 billion, and that's us with the total supply fully out. Now, as you can see, they have a total supply of 270 million only, with only 57,000 of their tokens out in the marketplace. So that's why the AXS token is holding this really, really, really high valuation. Something that's kind of interesting with that kind of method of issuing the token a little bit slower and it coming out a little bit slower and being released slower and having a lower cap, you might get a bigger number on it, but sometimes that number can be it could be interesting. Now, we can't really look at market cap numbers here. We can look at trending price of the Splinterlands token. When it first came out, it launched up to like 80 cents, and then it came back down, and it's been hovering around the 40 cents range. Sometimes I think somebody comes in and buys some up, and then it comes back down, and I really expect the price to stay here. I don't expect it to drop much, much lower than 30 cents, and I don't expect it to go much higher than, say, 50 cents in the foreseeable future. The reason for this is because we are on an airdrop that is going on for another 329 days. And so a lot of people are going to be getting, hundreds, thousands of these tokens every single day. And some people are going to start to take some of that money and take profit. Also, for those of us who are living in the States, we have to deal with some taxes on these. So it might require us to start selling some of the tokens just to have funds to pay our taxes. Because there are going to be players who, to be completely honest, the SPS token is going to play them more than their job. And they could try to just claim them and hide them from the government. But if they want to pay their taxes, as most people would suggest you do, then they're probably going to have to liquidate some of their tokens. I mean, that's just the plain. If you're only making $40,000 or $50,000 a year, but you had a big Splinterlands collection and they start dumping, kind of funny, happily dumping 70,000 tokens into your wallet over the course of this next couple months, well, you don't have the kind of cash to pay the taxes on those tokens. So you're going to have to sell a portion of them to pay the tax. And that's just the way it is, because the way airdrops work, if I get 37 cents, if I get one of these tokens airdropped to me at 37.6 cents in the United States, I owe my tax rate for that 37 cents as if it was income that came to me like at my job. So if I get 100 of those tokens for $37, then I owe the government, if I'm a 25% tax person, I owe them $6-7. And so if I'm getting thousands of these dollars and I owe an extra $2,500 at the end of the year, or $10,000 at the end of the year, well, then I'm probably going to have to dump some of these tokens. That's just a reality, and that's a reality a lot of the players, the more old school players, are looking at if you live in the United States. You could try to hide it, right? I mean, everything happens in game. They might not know really who they are. I'm not going to, because I'm kind of outing myself as a player on YouTube all the time, and people know I have these tokens, and it wouldn't be hard for somebody to figure out who I am and how many tokens I'm getting. I'm just not advertising to you guys, but this is blockchain, and one of you can probably figure it out if you wanted to, and then you would know that I probably have enough tokens for the government to want to know how many I have. Not that I'm some giant whale. I'm not one of the Splinterlands millionaires quite yet, but we'll see what happens with land. That could maybe push me into that realm, which would be crazy. But I just wanted to go ahead and end it there with the idea that I see this token as a token that will see somewhere. Well, let me get back. Sorry, I didn't mean to say I was going to end it. I'm going to end the discussion with talking about where this token might go. Now, I do think that once the airdrop is over at the end of the year, and we are no longer seeing a lot of tokens come out for free, so this will end right about here, and you won't see a lot of tokens coming out into the marketplace. You'll see people getting staking rewards and play to earn rewards, and those will still be somewhat liquid and dumpable onto the marketplace. But the airdrop portion of this should start to come to an end. The airdrop is 400 million tokens over just 12 months to get an idea of how much we're getting, compared to play to earn is 900 in this per year is only 300 million, and play to earn goes to everyone who is playing. In theory, there's some of it that goes to tournaments, so that only goes to the players who are good enough to win them, and staking, it goes to staking, but eventually, when this token is all gone out, we're sitting here 3 years down the road, which I'm asking you to look forward. The government token is in play. We're doing votes. We're doing DAO things. You're needing to stake these tokens to take part in pre-sales, whether it be for the next land sale, if they're going to have another land sale. They haven't said they will, but it's foreseeable that they could. And then there is the chance that there will be another set after Chaos Legion. There will also be special sets here and there. Sometimes they do a team up where they issue a set of like the dice set or the orbs. So they've done dice and orbs. They're kind of like mini sets that only are sets that only feature maybe 8 to 10 cards in total. And they are looking at some partnerships where you could see Splinterlands do partnerships with, let's say, Axie Infinity, and then you'd have a set of Splinterlands cards come out that were kind of Axie themed, and maybe a set of Axies that came out that were Splinterland themed. It makes sense for those kind of contributions and team ups throughout these bigger projects, because as a Splinterlands player, I don't really play Axie, mostly because Axie is over on Ethereum, and I'm just not a big Ethereum fan. I understand Ethereum is groundbreaking and changing, but I was a smaller person when I first got into crypto, and I did not even like paying a $5 or $10 fee to do a transaction. I certainly don't like the transactions when things get busy. Those are pretty much, they just push me right out of the market. It's like I only want to invest $300. I don't work on Ethereum, right? It just doesn't. That's just the truth. So I do think that this token could see somewhere around a price of $1 to $2, which would put Splinterlands between the $3 billion and $6 billion market cap. Now, just to touch on where that would put the project in rankings. Now, mind you, this is 3 years in the future, so I want you to understand that I would expect most of these other projects to be much bigger, but it doesn't put us anywhere near the top. If we were on the top end of a $6 billion project, it puts us somewhere around Theta Network or Avalanche or the Tron Network or Cosmos. That's right here in the sixes. And if we're closer to the $3 billion market cap, that puts us around where Neo is, the Crypto.com coin, Shiba Inu, which is kind of amazing that they're sitting up here. Elron, Maker, BSV, these are all, your $3 billion market cap coins. Now, it is possible, Splinterlands, that the whole marketplace is bigger. So let's say in 3 years, we have Bitcoin now, instead of hovering in the $50,000 range, it's hovering more in like the $100,000 range. It might be spiking higher, but let's say that's kind of where it chills and it spikes and it dips down to 80 and it spikes up to 130, kind of just the new floor-ish area it hangs out of. Instead of a 30 right now, it's like 30-40. Maybe it's 90-100. So that means you could kind of about 2x the projects that are still alive. Well, then the Splinterlands token could, instead of being a $6 billion market cap with the token at $2, maybe it could be a $12 marketplace with the token at $4. But that's assuming an overall growth of the entire space. And you could do the same thing to all of these tokens, right? If Bitcoin goes up to 100,000, then at 2.5x, so Ethereum's probably at 9,000 and Cardano's probably at $10. This is just if you $7. This is just if you do the same multiplications to the ones that survive. Maybe Dogecoin finally gets memed out, so it doesn't grow that same amount, and it's not sitting up at $1. It's down somewhere lower, and maybe Solana does more than that because it grows more. The projects will independently also grow on their own, but the overall market cap, if it goes up, then the projects that survive and push forward, they'll go up as well. All right, guys, that's a 27-minute video about rewards and SPS tokens and things. I think I'm going to end it there. I hope you all have a great time. And thank you to all the new subscribers, anyone that hung out to the end of the video. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe. It's been growing, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. And thank you for watching my videos. I'm getting a lot more plays than I used to. Bye, everyone.